Okay, how do students do their work? Well, they can choose to work in a number of ways. There are complete lessons in a course book, which I've got a whole selection of different course books there for you to have a look at. These course books are written by our own teachers. In some distance education schools, such as in New South Wales, they have teachers who only write the courses and teachers who only do the correction. We decided long ago that it's best to be able to do both, that if you actually teach the course, you should have input into actually writing the course. Students can access the online environment to complete and submit their work online as well. So at the end of every week in the course book, students can submit their work by what they call snail mail, which is just to send it in an envelope, and we correct it and send it back the same way. Or they may decide they're going to email their weekly work. We mark it on the computer, online, and we send it back to them corrected. So in the online environment, they may join an online lesson with other students and their teacher. And many often contact the teachers on the telephone or via email if they have questions. If you come in and have a look at our school, you'll notice that it's an open plan office arrangement. All the teachers have their own desk. At each desk there is a computer with obviously internet access and a telephone. And we all work together. We sit in sub-schools and we sit in subject areas, but we are able to contact our students by phone if they would rather that we call them, or they can call us. When a student enrolls, an individual teacher is assigned for each subject or primary year level. And in the primary sector, the student is encouraged to come in with their parent before they enrol, so that they get to meet their teachers and things are explained to them. Because of course in the primary school, we're very dependent on help from the parents. On non-school-based secondary students are assigned a support teacher, a pastoral care person, who acts both as the main school contact and an overseer of the students' needs. So we have a pastoral care program well and truly up and running, and it's a very important part of our school.
Okay, so here's an opportunity to meet some of our students, and I dare say that many of you will actually be able to identify some of our students. First one you may not recognise, but this is a student who was working for 2 years before she decided to finish her VCE, and studying by distance allowed her to do subjects over a number of years while she could work part-time. This is Gabriella Chilmi. She actually combined her singing career with distance education, so that allowed her to travel and sing and perform and still study. This is a student in our middle years school, and her name is Jane Coffer. Now, her dad's work actually involves weightlifting, so they had to move obviously overseas, and she's now living in Samoa. And this is Bridie. Bridie's a Paralympian, and as you can see, the quote there that her dream wouldn't be possible without the Distance Education Centre is quite pertinent to what we do, that we are flexible, and what we provide for our students is so important that allows them to still access whatever it is they want to do, but fulfil their schooling at the same time. And here's one of our primary students. His name is Leith, and he's been enrolled at the Distance Education Centre for several years, and Leith's currently enrolled under the distance category.
So, what are the challenges for us for school improvement? The Distance Education Centre has been going through a period of significant change over the past 5 years. Because of our context as a distance education provider, we have particular challenges for school improvement. These include the challenges of print-based learning, shifting to authentic online learning and our use of ICT, the types of students we teach and the transient nature of our student body. Often our students are only with us for 12 months or even less. There are very few who continue right through. Being a P12 college has some challenges. The challenge of giving students a voice. We can't have something like an SRC, it just doesn't work. And the collection of data. Right, the actual issues for school improvement, the challenges of print-based courses. Now, some of the examples that I brought in that you can have a look at later include subjects such as dance, Viscom, some other practical, a VET course, a Certificate 2 in Business, and the challenge is how do you teach a practical course when all you've got is print text, and you'll see how we overcome that. Of course, most of our courses are text dense and they assume a high level of literacy. You can't expect to be able to do a distance education course if you can't read properly. So for us, the challenge of literacy for our students is of paramount importance.